Hey, good morning. How's it going? Nothing too complicated today. Um, just interesting. Saw a sermon, making sure I can get to the right page. Um, kind of attended a church yesterday. Our home church couldn't meet, and so we went to a not kind of a messianic church. Um, Good message. They keep the law and the testimony of Christ. Super sweet people. Um, and a good message. And they did a Torah portion. If you're not familiar with that, take a look. Um, but something they covered, so I thought it was interesting, so I thought I would kind of go give another angle on what we covered. So they were talking about Matthew 18, verse 15. So it's a brother who sins. If your brother sins against you, go and confront him privately. If he listens to you, you have won your brother over. But if he will not listen, take one or two others along, so that every matter may be established by the testimony of two or three witnesses. If he refuses to listen, tell it to the church. And if he refuses to listen even to the church, regard him as you would a pagan or a tax collector. Now, the interesting topic here is, what's the church? Where's the church, right? So that's interesting because Christ hadn't even gone to the cross yet, right? So take it to the church. What's the church? Now, what's also interesting, but now if I take you to Deuteronomy 19:15, notice that it's Matthew 18:15, it's Deuteronomy 19:15. This is right out of the Torah, the law of Moses. A lone witness is not sufficient to establish any wrongdoing or sin against a man, regardless of what offense he may have committed. A matter must be established by the testimony of two or three witnesses. If a false witness testifies against someone accusing him of crime, both parties to the dispute must stand in the presence of the Lord before the priests and judges who are in the office at the time. The judges shall investigate thoroughly, and if the witness is proven to be a liar who has falsely accused his brother, you must do to him as he intended to do to his brother. So you must purge evil from among you. Then the rest of the people hear and be afraid, and they will never do anything again so evil among you. You must show no pity, life for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot. So what he's really teaching is the two or three witnesses from Deuteronomy. So the apostles would not have been shocked by this. He's saying, hey, you handle problems with brothers the way you've always handled problems with brothers, right? It's very interesting. Unfortunately, we don't know the front half of the book. And all the time people will be saying, oh, well, that's a new teaching, or Christ was teaching something new. I promise you that everything he's teaching is in the front half of the book. I believe, and you can Google and research this, Christ quotes Deuteronomy as the most quoted book, and then Isaiah, Psalms, then he quotes from many, many of the other prophets. I think Isaiah, amongst the apostles, when you get to the apostles' writing, it's Isaiah, Deuteronomy, Psalms is the most quoted. They quote Isaiah more than any other book. But I think it's very close between Deuteronomy and Isaiah. So if Christ and the apostles were teaching Deuteronomy and Isaiah, my question to you, if you're a follower of Christ and you're a believer, why don't you know Deuteronomy and Isaiah? And a lot of people will have a passing familiarity with Isaiah, but complete blank on Deuteronomy. We go from Genesis, Exodus, jump forward, right? It's just interesting. If you use Bible Hub or I use the Berean Study Bible. It has no real commentary, but it does try to show you where the scripture is being used in other parts of the book. So it'll have, like, up here under Jonah, it also has Nahum, which is surprising because I believe also Jonah is discussed in Jude, but it doesn't show Jude. So it's not perfect, but it's a good attempt. Hey, God bless. Have a great day. Men's Bible study, 9 a.m. upstairs at the Cup and Scum. Welcome to join us. We're in James 4 today, 3 or 4. All right. Have a great day. Bye-bye.